challenge. This one's a level 7. We're doing it in Python, and as always, you should definitely try it out before watching the video. So there's a link to the challenge in the show notes if you want to give it a shot. You always have the video to fall back on if you get stuck or if you just want to see somebody else's perspective. So with that, let's go ahead and get started. So the challenge is reverse a number. So given some number, you're going to reverse it. If it's negative, you got to make sure you get that hyphen there. And then reverse everything else. Okay, so what I'm going to do is we're going to take the number, turn it into a string, and if you turn it into a string, then you can start flipping stuff. So with that, let's take a sample number. We're going to do the hardest one, so we're going to do a negative because you got to make sure you watch out for that. So over here, my scratch paper. Let's see, that was the last challenge I did. Let's see what our parameter is going to be. Okay, so it's going to be in. Okay, so we're going to set in equal to that. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is turn it into a string. Okay, and I'll call this like in string. Okay, and so we're in one of two situations. If the in string has a negative, so I can do if there's a negative, in the in string, then what I want to do is, and for now I'll just print it, I want to index into the in string, okay, skip the first one, okay, and then we'll do else. For now, I'll just print it. We got to change these to returns. So I'll do an in string. The way you reverse a string is : -1. If you didn't know that, this is the beauty of our job, right? Coding is an open book test. I could do Python string reverse if I didn't know how to do that. And so Stack Overflow is typically the one you want to try. And so there it is, : -1. So here, I'll print that out. And so notice here, I've got the 4, 5, 6 split there. So what I want to do is reverse that. It's not going to work because of that negative. Let's say, here I would just set in string equal to in string start to the in. Okay, that'll be easy. And then what I could do here is I could simply return. We'll do a hyphen or a negative plus in string reversed. Otherwise, we just reverse the string by itself. Okay, so we got it. So we're trying to we have a condition where if we have the negative sign, we need to take that out, then flip over the rest and make sure we add that negative back in. We're going to have to be mindful to turn this back into an integer, I believe, because right now they're strings. So that's the one little change that we're going to do when we bring it over to the code, okay? So let's get this in here. So we'll say in string is equal to turn the integer into a string. And so if there is a negative in string, then we're going to say in string is equal to in string, skip the first one, go all the way to the end. That's what this range here is as. So remember, 1 is really 2 because lists start at 0. So here we're saying start at the second thing, go all the way to the end. If you don't leave a number at the end of the colon, just kind of implied that you go to the end. And so then we'll say in string is equal to, I guess at this point we could return an integer. We add the hyphen back in, and then here we reverse the in string. Else, we just need to do integer in string reverse, okay? All right, so I think we got this kind of taken care of. We have our two conditions. Either there's a negative or there isn't. So let's test this out. And looks like we got it. Let's do a full submission here. Awesome. Not bad.